crowd looks like. I know what the excitement is right now, and I know what our board and our partners are excited about this, and it's really fun to have this thing going and back home again.
Well, PUBG Mobile. Let's talk about that. I mean, that's big. I mean, you haven't had a title sponsor. I might be saying that wrong, but
No, that's right.
it's great to have that and see the value of what the New Mexico Bowl is.
Yeah, and this is it's one of the most popular video games in the world. PUBG Mobile, you'll see their presence. It's a battle royale game. It's a downloadable, free to download game, and I would encourage you to download and play. But you'll see their presence throughout, certainly on the PUBG Mobile New Mexico Bowl, and throughout bowl season on the ESPN games. You may have already seen it during college basketball events. It's been in the Champions Classic and the Jimmy V on the rotational signage, and I think the Charleston Classic in Myrtle Beach as well. All of our ESPN-owned events, and I'm really glad that they've decided to come in and work with us. They've been great to work with. They're going to have a big activation on game day out in the Fan Fest. They've got a 60 by 60 tent that you're going to be able to go in and learn more about and play their game and just have fun. And they've been a terrific partner for us.
Well, I know it's something that you worked very hard on, and it took some time. It's something that you always work. We always talk about. You start the bowl game as soon as the other bowl game's over, and guess what? We're here. I mean, like 4 or 5 weeks ago, we're like, oh, is this really going to happen this year?
You might have been doing that, but yeah, the reality hit me quick. And this wasn't just me working on the PUBG Mobile piece. Rusty Reed and out of our Atlanta office with ESPN really did all the heavy lifting on that. And he's terrific. He's the guy who sold the Gildan deal too. So he's a good. The fact that we're an ESPN-owned and operated event, we've got a lot of support, a lot of resources, which is a huge advantage and big reason we've been able to be able to do what we've done for 16 years.
Well, 16 years. I mean, I'm just, you think about that. I can go back to when you walked into my office and when I was doing Ultimate Team Sales and asked if we could help out. And I was like and then that's where, ProView was starting its beginning. And I just told the National Guard today, it's great to have partners for 16 years. And talk about some of your partners for the last 16 years. So.
Yeah, look at that. That's just a good shot, Aaron, that you pulled up with Rocky. Last game that he was a head coach, was when Tanya gave him that trophy, and she's been a great partner. And there it is, right there from the beginning. Albuquerque used to be Albuquerque Convention Visitors Bureau, and now it's Visit Albuquerque. But Tanya Armenta's the president, and she's been such a wonderful. Dale Lockett before her, just the best friends we've had. They've understood what a bowl game does, and we've had an executive board, which is a non-governing board. So it's essentially it's a pay to be a part of it. It's a support mechanism for our game, and we've had I want to say we've got about 70-ish members right now, and there's I think 16 original members, which means from 2006 all the way through now, who've stayed with us and recognized the value in what we're doing. And I hope the community realizes I used to have the numbers memorized. I think it's like 18 states and 34 communities throughout the country that have a bowl game, and there's others who want it, and there's a lot who want bowl games, and there's a number of communities who have a few, right? New Orleans has 2, and the Metroplex I think has 4 or 5, and Southern California just got the LA Bowl, so they've got the Rose Bowl, the Holiday Bowl, the LA Bowl. Florida's got so many. There's a reason, and they do great things for communities, and we'll be bringing in a lot of people over the next few days, and being able just to showcase our beautiful state and our beautiful city, and show these student athletes a good time and something that they'll remember forever. Those were good days right there, wouldn't it?
Tell you what, I mean, to fill that up, and real quick. I mean, 2 teams. I mean, coming in Fresno State and UTEP, and excitement. I mean, I'm just saying. UTEP. I've heard on the 610 show. I heard the coach talking about. He wants to be here, and that's something that having bowl games, and you say it. The teams that want to be here usually win.
Often, yeah. Often. Yeah, I went down and watched UTEP. UTEP started.
Not that Fresno State. There's 100%, and they're excited too.
But look, UTEP is in the midst of I think where New Mexico wants to be, right? They were down for a lot of years. They were a one-win team. They were down. It's been 7 years since they've been bowl eligible. And Dana's done a really nice job, Dana Dimble, the head coach down there, and they've got a quarterback from New Mexico. Gavin Hardison is a quarterback from Hobbs, New Mexico. They got a number of New Mexico kids on their team. And they started out 6-1 and put together a really nice run and lost a few close games down the stretch. But this is a nice football team with a really, really good defense. And 3.5 hours up the road, this makes so much sense for them. Fresno State, I would argue with you, is the best team in California this year. They beat San Diego State. Now, I know San Diego State played for the championship in the Mountain West, but Fresno State's the only the only team in regular season who beat them. Utah State beat them. They beat UCLA at the Rose Bowl. I don't think it's arguable they were better than SC. Hell, they almost beat Oregon in the opener. Fresno State's really good. Now, understood that their head coach, Kalen DeBoer, has gone to Washington. They just hired Jeff Tedford back. A gentleman named Lee Marks, who was their running back coach, played at Boise State, will be their interim head coach. Went to my high school, in fact. I'm looking forward to meeting him when they get on the ground today. But they got a good football team. There's pros on that team. I'm excited about the matchup. I really am.
Well, I'll tell you what, we're going to go to Dream Style Top 10 Plays of the Week, come back and talk more about the
PUBG Mobile. You want me right up there?
Yeah, no, I need help. The broadcaster of the year.
We work on him as broadcaster of the year, sportscaster of the year over here.
All right, we'll come back and talk more about the New Mexico Bowl.
And Stephen West is going to win this one very handily. What a dominating performance from Stephen West. And that is Ellery Battle, your 2021 5A Girls NMAA State Cross Country Champion.
Smith trying to get to it. Here's Michael Wan. And they're trying to get a counterattack for Hashigan. Hashigan, she's going to have the shot in the goal. Sandia Prep, Hashigan.
Second and 18 now at the Bernalillo 32-yard line. Rivera back to pass. Rose goes right, under pressure. Throwing across his body to Garris. Garris breaks one tackle. Garris could be in the end zone, and he is. Touchdown, Vernon. Touchdown, Academy. 32.
Long shot for goal. And we're all tied up. It's Christian Contreras with the goal.
All right, Gerardo drops back, a little bit of pressure. He goes deep to Valdez right away. Caught it, walks the sideline, and it's going to be a touchdown. Oh, nastiness.
I mean, how is this not prevent?
Your entire secondary should be back.
There he is again, under pressure. Looking at the corner of the end zone at the pylon, and no signal yet.
That's a touchdown.
It's got to be, right? No signal.
Give him the touchdown.
The people's champ with a catch. Touchdown! Touchdown!
Like that, something's going to go in. A header by Wagner. Wagner, the left-footed shot, and he will score another. How did that happen?
Wow, he made a nice little flick past the guy and then basically just took a quick step, muscled his way in there, and on his lesser-used foot, tucks it away with the left.
Third and 17. Giannis the play fake, trying to go around left end. Got some room. And a blocker in front. Down the left side. Giannis might break it for the touchdown. I don't think anyone's going to catch Giannis. Touchdown. 52-yard touchdown run by David Giannis.
And Nevin Sapatka can't find his spot. It's Sanchit Singh that he's trying to find. Singh will lift it up for Sapatka. Last chance. Does he get it? Yes, he does. Nevin Sapatka finishes the game. The shirt comes off, and the Chargers back-to-back champions as they beat Lovington in overtime again. Wagner, flags stay down. Wagner, he's going to cut some room, and he's going to seal it! A 4-goal game, Alex Wagner.
Executive director, let me see if I can do this right.
I know you can.
PUBG New Mexico.
No. See, how can he be sportscaster of the year if he can't say PUBG Mobile?
There you go.
And that's who's going to beat me.
Well, we really know who the
congratulations.
We know the real sports.
You good, man?
I'm good. Hey, so we got these teams coming in. Aaron threw up what's going to happen this week, and let's walk us through it.
Yeah, we got teams on the ground. Fresno State's coming in today, so we'll meet them over at the Share. It's going to be like everything's going to be a little different because, as you probably know, COVID's still a deal, and so there's precautions and protocols. So, like for instance, Thursday's luncheon at Isleta, the capacity's been dropped down, but. Where are we at? Let's see. Wednesday, I got team in. Today's Tuesday. I got team in today. We got teams in. UTEP will come in Wednesday. They'll both practice tomorrow, and then Wednesday night they'll do a welcome event. We do it over at Main Event. Bring them both together, and then they go through their gift suites, which is always kind of a big deal for them. They enjoy it.
Anything special this year? You always have.
In the gift suites, yeah. I mean, there's all kinds of great stuff. I mean, there's a lot of really cool things in there, and then they'll get their backpack. Which will have a pair of Oakleys, and I should have brought the ball. A really beautiful Native American pottery-looking ball that we've made. Those will be the centerpieces at the luncheon, and they'll be in all the bags for the sponsors and the players. And then Thursday they'll practice. We got a U.S. Bank does a really nice financial literacy program. Paul DePaula, who's the regional president for U.S. Bank, and his crew put together a financial literacy seminar that the players actually get into, and it's really good information. Why is it important to have a good credit score? What's the difference between, a 6.9 and a 1.9 credit or interest rate, and the difference in what kind of truck you can get, and the guys really get into it. At first they're like, yeah, whatever, what's this guy talking about? And within 30 minutes of that session's being over, so it's a cool educational piece. And then Thursday night they'll do an event down at the convention center, a little family feud. Rudy's Barbecue will give them all they can do themselves and eat, and we can do a little VIP dinner for presidents and the coaches. And then Friday we'll have Eric Dickerson, the Hall of Fame running back from the Rams, is going to be in town, and he'll be the speaker at the luncheon at the beautiful Isleta Resort. Invite everybody out to Pep Rally, which is at Old Town Plaza. That's at 4 o'clock.
Huge.
It's become nice. You know what? That's the right spot for it, first of all, that gazebo. Van Tate from Channel 13, a many-time sportscaster. Look, you're going to get to join the likes of him when you win again. Will be the.
I'm still struggling just to get through this show. Okay,
I'm well aware of it, man.
I'm so intimidated by the guy I'm sitting by. The guy that's probably going to win the things.
The band will be the MC of that, and then come out early. The Fan Fest on game day is fun. We're going to have a mascot challenge, high school mascot challenge. The winner, thanks to courtesy of Creamland, is going to get $500 towards their school's Booster Club, $250 to second and third place. So thanks to Creamland for that. And then during the game, we're going to have really cool things. We're recognizing teachers. P&M has come forward, and they've partnered with us and the College Football Playoff Foundation. And we're in a program called Extra Yards for Teachers. So we're putting $10,000 into classrooms, and there's 20 teachers from around the state who are going to get $500 each to go towards their classrooms. And as you know, educators have been so key in getting us through the pandemic, and people have just been going into their own pockets. And so to be able to put some money into the classrooms is big. The Jennifer Reardon Foundation will be having a presentation. They've got a big announcement You'll see Be Kind, Loving, Caring, and Sharing on the border of the field. And we wrapped our arms around Kickoff for Kindness. The Jennifer Reardon Foundation sponsors the Student Athletes Day of Kindness, where they'll go out to a school and give some inspirational messages and give some stuff away on Thursday. So getting the student athletes in the community, just really trying to get back to some semblance of normal. While we know it's not normal, I refuse to call it the new normal. I kind of refer to it as the new now. And so we're paring back on a few things. Field access, you'll see a lot less people on the field, on the sidelines, as you have throughout college football. But the bottom line is, in this, I'm so glad we're home, right? And to be able to be playing this, I mean, where we were a year ago right now when you and I had this conversation, and I was going into the great unknown and taking this thing to Frisco, and our friends in Frisco, Texas, and at FC Dallas, and Sean Johnson and Ren Ovard, who run the Frisco Bowl, they couldn't have been any better. But it was amazing just to be able to come home. And there were a few people who were like, Jeff, we're never coming back. The game's not coming back. And I kind of gave my word. We're bringing this game home, and I'm glad we're here.
Well, I told you to get that game up last year and go get it done. And truthfully, you would have had to restart all over again if you didn't do that last year.
Well, I was proud we did. A lot of games didn't play, for a lot of reasons, and obviously so much of it was pandemic based, but so much of it was I'm just glad we played, and now to be able to bring it home. And another thing we're going to do, you'll see in the program, we've lost a lot of people through this pandemic, Steve, over the last 2 years, and somebody near and dear to you and me.
I was going to bring that up.
Yeah, we're going to, the Michael Danoff Memorial Scholarship. Mike was family to you and me, and I asked Margot and the boys, would you like to keep Mike's name alive through a memorial scholarship around our game? And so the family really hustled and got it together. So we'll have the first recipient of the Michael Danoff Memorial Scholarship awarded, and that's something that will always be near and dear to my heart, as I know it will be to yours. So.
Well, do we have that? Do we want to hold that?
Yeah, I'll hold the announcement.
We'll hold that announcement
until the family makes it on Saturday.
Yeah. That's going to be such a special thing.
And it's a good kid, man. It's just a good guy that Mike knew, that played for Mike, and it exemplifies what Mike was. We had a lot of conversation.
Actually, I got to coach this kid too, so there's a little bit of pride there between the both of us.
Yeah, so. just good people, and I'm proud of him. So yeah, a lot of different presentations that I'm looking forward to, just honoring. You'll hear throughout the game. We've built into the script an honor if you are an educator who's gone above and beyond. Please rise and be recognized, and I hope the crowd will recognize them. We're doing that for educators, first responders, law enforcement, service workers who have just gone above and beyond over the last. I mean, people when nobody was working, the service workers were, medical staff. So I think we have 6 fire and rescue. So there's 6 of those that we're going to do throughout the game too, just to say thank you.
Well, I don't think there's a price tag on that. I mean, to recognize people that go above and beyond of what they're the normal.
Sometimes saying thank you seems so inadequate, but yet saying thank you goes so much further than I think we realize. Right? When someone says thank you to you for what you've done, it means a lot. And this kind of goes with the whole be kind, loving, caring, and sharing thing. And I've worn this bracelet that says be kind, loving, caring, and sharing since the day Jennifer passed away. Right after that, I've kind of, it reminds me every day. To say thank you seems so inadequate, but yet people love knowing that you appreciate what they're doing. They don't do it for the thanks, right? None of us do it for the thanks. But when someone says, hey, thank you, I appreciate you, instead of, hey, bleep you, it's right. And they say thank you instead of give you the bird. It goes a long way. And so that's what we're going to try to do.
We're going to come back and talk more about the PUBG Mobile, New Mexico.
Woo!
It takes a while. I did that with no pressure.
Well, I'm going to the frontier. walk up to the cashier, order up a root beer and a number one. Cover it with green stuff, one scoop is not enough. Find a booth is real tough, back by the Duke. Meet my family, meet my friends in the quirkiest restaurant I have ever been. All of Albuquerque's favorite spot, it's the Frontier Restaurant.
The Frontier Restaurant is a proud supporter of ProView Networks.
For your business or your home, Valley Fence stands alone. We're number one in New Mexico for a reason. It's the best fence you can own. Proudly serving New Mexico for over 50 years. At Valley Fence, the difference is clear. No fence too big, too small, or difficult. We handle them all at Valley Fence Company.
Hey, welcome back to Steve Davis Show. We've got Jeff Symbiota, and as you look at me, I'm just, just intimidation comes right at me. I don't know. You and I are good friends.
We're friends, man. We're not competition. We're not competitors.
Not at all, but he's the executive director of the.
I hope we're pulling on the same.
Of the Pub G Mobile New Mexico Bowl.
Look at you. Now, next thing you know, Aaron, he's downloading the game. He's going to go in his little office. He's going to close the door, and he's going to be in there all day just playing PUBG Mobile.
Look, you got the two teams. You got UTEP and Fresno State. New Mexico players.
Couple of them. Well, a bunch of them. I think there's two. Why am I forgetting the young man's name? The lineman from Mayfield that plays for Fresno State, and Trey Watson from Cleveland. And then the quarterback, there's Trey
Watson right here.
And there's going to be a bunch of people from Cleveland, from Rio Rancho, coming over to watch this young man play. He's a terrific young man, first of all, terrific young man, and a really good player. And he's got an opportunity. And like I said, he's playing on one of the best. I think one of the best teams on the West Coast. I think the best team in California. And then Gavin Hardison, the quarterback. Look at that. Boom. Just ask and you shall receive. Look at the numbers he's put up, huh?
I know, that's amazing.
Pretty good season that he's had out of
I
Hobbs,
watched him, and I did one in high school and did one of his games, and or I was at one of his games when they played, and he was magnificent.
Went to Nimi, right?
Right.
Back into the season, they opened it up, let him start throwing it a little bit, and they've got Cowlings is a terrific wide receiver, really, really fast. There's playmakers on both sides of this. Last time we had UTEP in the game. A young man named Aaron Jones played in that game. You may have heard of him. He plays for the Green Bay Packers, and he went on, had a really good career. We've had so many good players come through, Steve. So many good players that you watch on a regular basis in the NFL, and I think we got a few more in this game.
Somebody brought to my attention that last time UTEP played, there was also a basketball game. Kansas was at UTEP that same night, and so there's probably and they feel that.
It was Texas Tech, if I'm not mistaken. Yeah, I think it was Texas Tech. Yeah.
And so this we're I'm telling you, I think we're expecting huge crowds this weekend.
Yeah, it would have been really, really nice if that UTEP game against New Mexico that was last week was this Sunday. But the Lobos are playing SMU on Sunday, but that would have had even more people come up. But no, I think we're going to get a good crowd. I appreciate Eddie Nunez and everybody at UNM working with us on the scheduling. We've had a lot of cross games in the past, and I don't think that was good for anybody. But they put the game on Sunday instead of on Saturday. It's just, we're using the same parking lots and the same staff so much. So I'm appreciative of Eddie and David Williams and Richard Patino and then Ed Manzanares and that staff to make sure that, because it behooves everybody to just kind of have.
Well, it's a community thing, and everybody's stepping up is basically what you're saying. And then really, everybody's stepping up even more and more. I think that's something attributed to you and how hard you work for this bowl and how well you represent and love the state of New Mexico.
I do, and I appreciate you saying that. I look back, this last 16 years, a long run. It's, and I'm not done. I don't think. Am I done yet? Maybe, if you got something for me, let me know. But I plan on doing this for a long time. And I remember when we started, and you and I started doing these shows, and I said, I got out of TV and I was working for the governor. What are you going to do? And I was at a crossroads, and I wanted to work for ESPN back in the day when I was on TV. I wanted to work for ESPN on SportsCenter, and now I've been working for ESPN for 15 and a half years in a capacity that I never knew existed. And I've learned so much, but I've never been more proud of anything I've done professionally. I've been insanely lucky, Steve, for what my professional career, the jobs I've had. Right now I have two great ones. I get to host a morning radio show, and I get to run a bowl game and the reason I'm proud is I know, and look, you can tell me that there's too many bowls, there's not enough people there, okay, we can have I know the positives that it does for this community. I know that it puts money into this community. I know that it puts profile into this community. I know, look, I get the things we got to work on, and I'm working on them every single day of every year, and it's hard and there's hurdles. I'm not making excuses. We've got to be better at selling local tickets. I understand that, but I'm so proud of what we've done with this game. And I remember people saying, "What are you going to do when the bowl game goes away?" And I'm like scratching my head, like, God, am I the only one dumb enough to think this thing's going to last for a little bit? And here we are, 16 in, and my intent is to make many more New Mexico Bowls, PUBG Mobile New Mexico Bowls, and continue to do good things for this community, because I do love this place.
Talking about tickets, real quick, how do we get tickets?
We're using the UM ticket office. It's mobile ticketing. You can go to our website, it's newmexicobowl.com. You can call 925-5626, which translates to 925-LOBO. That's 505-925-5626. And I would suggest getting there early. Parking and everything is going to be cashless. So everything's going to be card. Your card's going to be how you get in. They got to run it. So I would suggest getting there early, figuring out the downloading system. And this is where it's going. Like, mobile ticketing is I don't even know if it's the future. It's the now. So get your tickets, get there early, and then start going towards the gates. We got a 12:15 kickoff. Start moving over that way at 11:45. Come out, 9:30, 10 o'clock. Tailgate, have fun. Let's make a great day of it. It's supposed to be 47 and perfect. So let's have fun.
All right, Jeff. Hey, thanks for coming on again,
thanks,
and let's have a great weekend.
I appreciate all the support and the friendship. Thank you, and congratulations on all the success at ProView. You and your staff are phenomenal, and it's been fun watching you guys grow.
Well, thank you. That was quick.